I have your national weather forecast details right now. I'm Victoria Fenn Alvarado, taking a look at some of your temperatures across the country. Cold conditions still lingering across the prairie provinces. You can see some rain if you're in Vancouver, and we're watching for a weather bomb that could impact Atlantic Canada tomorrow on your Sunday. It's bringing in a wide array of watches and warnings right now. Wind warnings, winter storm warnings, specifically for Newfoundland. If you're anywhere on the northwest coast of Newfoundland, that's where you could see upwards of 40 to 60, or rather 40 centimeters of snow there. Meanwhile, on the Avalon, it's mostly going to be a rain story, but you could still see some snow on the back end. If you're anywhere across the Maritimes, you're not in the clear, you could see snow on your Sunday in through Monday. Here's a look at the timing. Tomorrow, that's going to be the day to watch out for in Newfoundland. That's where the precipitation begins, continuing even through the afternoon. But then as that starts to depart on your Sunday night in through Monday, we get some wraparound snow that still lingers on. And then finally by your Tuesday, we start to settle down a little bit. But those winds, those are going to be one of the main storylines of this system as they're ramping up over 100 kilometers an hour, especially on the far east coast. This could warrant some power outages in some areas. So just make sure you tune into the Weather Network to stay up to date with your local forecast. Meanwhile, in southern Ontario, we've seen plenty of snow squalls. Those continue on even this weekend. We're monitoring highways 6, 21, 26, and the 400, as we still could see upwards of 30 centimeters of snow through the Midland area. Anywhere north of Barrie could see the heaviest snowfall totals, and those winds still quite strong, especially along the shores of Lake Huron, Georgian Bay. Even Lake Ontario still ramping upwards of 50 kilometers an hour. So your temperatures are going to still feel pretty chilly for the next couple of days until we finally get some relief from the cold air. Here's a look at the next 7 days in Montreal. The temperatures cooling right down to -12 on your Sunday. However, you have high pressure in place, so you could see some sunny skies this weekend, but still cold remaining until the end of your work week, dropping down to -5 on your next Friday. Same with Toronto. We do cool down upwards of -5 degrees on your, or sorry, -8, I should say, on your Monday. But then as we head into next weekend, we start to slowly warm back up a little bit. Meanwhile, speaking of the cold conditions, we have cold extreme warnings widespread across the prairies, Manitoba specifically. You're looking at extreme wind chills, feeling more, it says -23 here, but you're feeling more like -31 in Winnipeg, feeling more like -33 in Saskatoon. These wind chill values are dangerous wind chills, so make sure that you bundle up and stay indoors as much as you can just to stay warm. You could see some flurries flying across Alberta throughout the weekend. Just be aware if you do need to travel along the QE2, visibility could become reduced at times, but the temperature is not going to remain cold forever. You finally do get a relief on Wednesday over the freezing mark in Saskatoon. This will be a perfect day to head out compared to those -20s you've been experiencing. If you're anywhere in the BC West Coast here, you could see upwards of 10 to 20 millimeters, especially that Metro Vancouver area looking like a soggy Sunday ahead. Saturday as well looking fairly soggy, but you do get a little bit of relief here in your next 7 days. By Monday, you finally get to dry out a bit.